Happy Saturday evening, everybody. How are we going? Right, today is, of course, day 12 post-op. Quickly rolling around to the 2-week mark, of course, which happens on Monday. Now, tonight, well, I don't have a lot to report. Let's start there. I will say, anyone that saw me last night will know how excited I was about Cruskits. Well, about an hour before my groceries were due to be delivered, I got a text message from Countdown saying, due to staff shortages and a system error, my groceries will now be coming on Monday. So that was disappointing. So no Cruskits have been had yet. I considered going to the supermarket and I was like, well, A, I'm meant to be hunkering down until Monday, getting to that 2-week mark. And B, I've already paid for them and they're going to turn up on Monday. So if I buy them today, I'm going to have twice as many. So that's okay. Monday we will get Cruskits. But what I actually thought I would touch on tonight is actually why I made the decision to do this blog. Now, I have been inundated over the last few weeks with people telling me how brave I am, how amazing it is that I'm sharing this journey on Facebook with them. And I thought I just wanted to touch on what actually made me decide to do this. Now, anybody that has lived with any form of obesity in their life will know that we get judged. Okay? Now, it's not even someone that has obesity in their life. It's a human thing. Okay? We all do it. We all judge people. The difference is some people say it out loud. Okay? And living as a person that has lived with obesity, and not only that, have had lots of ups and downs in my weight. I have had weight loss journeys where I've lost 40 kilos and managed to keep it off for a little bit before it came back on. I've been able to see both sides of the coin, what it's like to be an obese person in society, as well as what it's like to not. And the reality is that you get judged. You get judged a lot. It is very easy for somebody to see an obese person and go, they should make better choices with food, or they should exercise more. Where what my research in looking into this decision discovered was just how much of obesity is driven by the brain, as opposed to those poor choices, poor lack of self-control, things like that, which was really eye-opening for me. The thing is that even when people are meant to be, when they're trying to be nice, when they're trying to be supportive, things can actually come across wrong as well. So when I decided to go down this journey, I met with the surgeon, and then my second appointment was with the dietitian to discuss lots of things. Now, the dietitian said something to me that has become very true. And I didn't doubt it when she said it, but it's been quite eye-opening just how correct she was. And that was that I needed to be a strong person mentally to be sure that this was a decision I wanted to make, because people will have opinions. And they're not always nice. So since I made this decision and I slowly started telling people in my life that this was going to happen, it's really shown me, A, I believe, a lack of understanding of A, obesity, and B, bariatric or weight loss surgery. And like I say, as much as people mean to be kind and they're trying to be supportive, some of the comments that are made are really not helpful. Things that have been said to me is, oh my gosh, that's such a drastic decision. Why don't you go on a diet? Why don't you try exercising? And of course, lots of people have diets that they swear by, whether it's, there's keto, there's calorie counting, there's Weight Watchers, there's Jenny Craig, there's so many different types out there. And believe me, I've tried most of them. what works for some people doesn't work for others. And as well-meaning as these people are, to turn around and go, what? Why would you do that? Why don't you just try, insert diet name here. I mean, it's hard work. You will have to stick to it, but it's so much better than taking the easy way out and getting surgery. And that's what the surgeon said to me, is that people will tell you you are taking the easy way out. And it is by no way the easy way out. I mean, look at the financial side. It's over $25,000 to have this surgery. For a lot of people, that's unobtainable. You know, I've gone into this as a self-employed single mum that's taken out a loan to pay for this. Putting myself, my son under financial stress to pay this back. You know, there is the pre-op diet, there's the mental side, there's the physical exhaustion. I have literally had an operation to replumb my insides that are going to have lifelong consequences for me. I will be on multivitamins for the rest of my life. I will, once I get past, discharged from the surgeon at about a year's mark, I will need to have at least annual blood tests to check all of my levels and to alter or add in other vitamins and minerals and supplements. It will change my life forever. It's not the easy way out. And people that have said this to me, I hold no grudge to them. I honestly don't, because I know that they were coming from a good place, because these people have been my friends, my family, things like that. So I certainly don't hold any grudge, but it really opened my eyes to the lack of understanding of how hard bariatric surgery is. It is not the easy way out at all. And that is what the dietitian said to me, is that public perception is that it's the easy way out. It's the cheat's way to lose weight. And it's not. So discussing that with her, my online presence, which I have already through my Pure Romance by Marie business, my ability to talk to a phone, how comfortable I am going live, combined with a discussion I had with the psychologist about me really wanting to journal this journey for myself, but knowing that I was never going to keep up with writing it down. I might have done 2 days and then that would have been the end of that. That's how I made the decision to do this. So yes, I want to help educate and inform people that are maybe tossing up whether to have this surgery themselves or a bariatric surgery of any kind themselves. But more so, it's actually to raise awareness. It's to raise awareness that obesity is not lack of self-control. Obesity is not a choice. Obesity is not a lifestyle you choose. You are judged daily. There are things in life you can't do. You get invited to a friend's barbecue, you walk in there and you have to scan the scene and assess which chairs here do I feel safe to sit on? Which chairs are going to collapse under my weight? I've broken multiple pieces of furniture in my life simply by sitting on them. The world is not made for big people. When I bought a step ladder a few years ago, I had to get the most expensive option because it had to be rated for over 110 kg. And all your standard, all the ones in the lines at Bunnings aren't. So you are prejudiced against. And that is something that has really surprised me also, and probably opened my eyes. And I have done so much research about this. I've read it all, I've watched it all, I've listened to it all before I made the decision. And when people a year on from their surgery and they've lost 50, 60, 70, 80 kilos and they reflect back and they reflect on how the world is different for them, every single one says the same thing. That they are saddened by society and how different their life has become and how easier their life has become. You know, if I think back to, oh gosh, 10, 12, 14, something, 10 plus years ago, I was employed in a corporate environment and involved in the interviewing, hiring of staff. Now, when I was in this job, I was in one of my skinnier states, and I was hired in one of my skinnier states. And quite literally, my instructions were that when you interview the candidate, on the bottom of that piece of paper, you need to put 2 ratings out of 10. One is on their ability, how well you think they'll fit, be good at the job, all of these other things. The other was appearance. They were a customer-facing role in a business. They were going to be the face of the business. And therefore, we had to rate them on appearance. It happens. It happens a lot. So I'm doing this as a form of education. I'm doing this as a form of empowerment to people that struggle with obesity on the daily. It's not that you have a lack of self-control. It's a lot bigger than that. It's actually in our genes. It's in our DNA. And to anybody that has considered or has gone through with bariatric surgery, it's not the easy way out, and I know that. I am living proof of that. The last few weeks have been tough. They have been really, really tough, and I can honestly see why the dietitian said to me that very few single parents actually go ahead with the operation. Because even in a committed relationship, when you've got someone else there to help you out, it's still hard, let alone doing it as a single parent. So please, if you are following my journey, please take that to mind that I know that we judge. I judge. You judge. We're being naive if we say that we're not someone that judges people, because it's inbuilt. It's human genes, right? The difference is whether you voice it. The difference really is if you voice it. All right. So surgery is not the easy way out. It's a last resort. This was my last resort to be able to live my life to its fullest and to be there as much as possible for my son. It wasn't the easy choice. All right. But anyway, that is me. That is why I've decided to do this journey. If I can help even one person, then to me it's worth it. So that's why I'm doing it. So yeah. Happy Saturday night, everybody. I am off to bed. Again, I'm exhausted. I cannot believe I've been going to bed at 9:30 at night. Who even is this person? I am never in bed before 1 a.m. Ever. Except for like the last few weeks. I hope my night owl comes back, because I am really struggling to keep up with work. I'm a workaholic, and when you don't have many hours to work, it's hard. All right, have the most amazing Saturday night. You're all the absolute most amazing humans. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey. Stay safe and be kind.